Hey everyone, welcome to the Tracy Reed Designs YouTube hop for the I Voted collection. And as an Aussie, I was really wondering how I was going to use this collection, but then the story that I wanted to tell kind of just it fell out of my brain. I follow the American collection quite closely, and I follow the polls quite closely because if you read my journaling, you'll see that it does affect us Aussies and us international people in a really big way, the way that America in its politics sets an example. And that's kind of what I wanted to write about in this layout. I thought I would just read out my journaling, which I don't often do, but here we go. Why do I care about the US election, and why do I desperately want Kamala Harris to win? Because the US sets an example for the rest of the world. Do I like that? No, of course not, but it's a reality. As a direct result of the overturning of Roe v. Wade and that fascists' anti-abortion vitriol, 2 Australian states have debated anti-abortion legislation in the past few months. This is truly scary. To think that my rights to make decisions about my body can be taken away because an angry little orange man with tiny hands in another country says so makes me feel genuine terror. That man is pure evil, and I cannot fathom how that MAGA cult has so many followers. I cannot fathom that a president who spreads so much hatred, racism, sexism, and transphobia could once again be the leader of the free world. He lies, he hates women, he hates queer people, he hates non-white people. He does not deserve to be in a position of power. Luckily for me and for the world, he won't win. He has a highly educated, fierce and powerful opponent, and when he is defeated by a woman of colour, the world will celebrate. He will become irrelevant. Kamala Harris, Phenomenon, Brat Marmala, will be the next president of the United States, and I'm so excited to see a woman in office who will fight to protect the reproductive rights of not only her citizens, but also, inadvertently, the men and women around the world. So that's my journaling, and that is basically why I wanted to create this layout and have such a big photo of her in its place. Now, I've recorded this voiceover a few times, and I know that American politics is divisive. I understand that, but all I wanted to do is to try and give a perspective from someone internationally and how we are looking at America and how we are looking and following this election closely, because at the end of the day, it does matter to us who gets elected. Now, I'll just talk about the actual layout because I don't want to labour on too much, but like I said, I wanted to have a giant photo of her focused on that suit that she was wearing, which was my favourite suit. I think she wore it just after she was nominated. And I wanted the word freedom in the photo to really be able to be shown as well. But other than that, I'm covering a lot of the rest of it up. I printed some of the papers on vellum, and I printed and I used my die cutting machine to kind of cut out some of these little leaf fronds to add a little bit of a different texture. I'm adding also a lot of the blue bits from this collection. Now, the blue and the red both are really beautiful, but the message that I wanted to send, you'll see there's actually very little blue on my paper. Very little red on this layout. So I'm going to add just like little dotty bits, and yeah, I really like how it turned out, and it was a really hard layout to do and a really hard bit of journaling to write. Because the last election really, really messed with my head, but it was also cathartic in that sense. Now, while I finish up this layout, I will let you know that all the hot participants have been linked in the description box below. They have created some amazing layouts, so go check them out. And on a final note, all I can say to everyone that's watching this who is American is please go and vote. If you haven't already, please go and vote on Tuesday. It is so important. Do not let this fundamental right of yours go on without being exercised. It's actually mandatory to vote in Australia, and I'm glad that it is, because I think it's so important for everyone to have their voice be heard. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm just adding a few little golden stars now to really finish this off, and yeah, with that, this layout will be done. I've just generically dated it November 2024 because really we know what this story is all about. I'll see you all again next time. Bye.